Have you ever stopped to think about how Jesus taught us to connect with God? It wasn't just a list of rules, but profound lessons that show us the way to true and transformative communication with our Creator. In the midst of our busy routines, filled with worries, daily life, and even moments of silence, Jesus provides us with clear guidance. He shows us how to approach God, whether in times of joy or moments of anxiety. In this video, you'll uncover powerful and practical teachings that may surprise you. And the last one? It's the most important of all. Stay until the end, because this final lesson will transform your prayer life and your way of speaking to God like you never imagined. Number 1, honesty of the heart. Have you ever felt stuck in a routine of prayers that seem mechanical? As if talking to God has become a habit of saying empty words that don't truly touch your heart. This feeling of disconnection is not uncommon, but Jesus gave us the key to change it. In Matthew 6:6, he tells us, "When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen." Here, Jesus invites us into an intimate moment, a deep conversation without distractions or pretenses. He reminds us that to truly connect with God, we must abandon the masks and the need to appear perfect. What matters is not how we speak, but with what intention we speak. Sincerity before God is like pure water flowing from a spring. It doesn't need embellishments or pretenses. Be honest. When we speak to God, we're not addressing a harsh judge, but a loving Father who knows us more deeply than we know ourselves. So why do we try to hide our flaws or pretend to feel something we don't? Prayer is not a performance. It doesn't require grand speeches or elaborate words. What God seeks is the truth of the heart. Prayer is the cry of someone who feels lost, the gratitude of someone who recognizes victory, or the plea of someone who accepts their need for help. Imagine you're talking to a close friend, someone who understands you without judgment. Your time of prayer with God should feel like that. It doesn't need to be rehearsed because He already knows every thought beforehand. Prayer is not a formality, it's an invitation to be vulnerable. Let's set aside our inhibitions and be authentic. Sometimes we pray begging for strength, yet we feel fear inside. Other times we say we are grateful, but our hearts are filled with frustration. God is not offended by our conflicting feelings. He expects us to be honest. In modern life, driven by constant performance on social media, at work, and even among friends, we often feel the need to show the best version of ourselves. But when we speak to God, the opposite is true. He wants us to show who we truly are. In society, we may have learned to hide our weaknesses, but with God, these weaknesses are the starting point for genuine dialogue. He doesn't expect perfection. He expects truth. Sincere prayer doesn't need many words or perfect phrasing. Jesus understood this and modeled it. He didn't pray to be seen. His prayer in Gethsemane is the purest example of vulnerability. He didn't hide his emotions from the Father in a moment of extreme pain. Instead, he poured out his heart. "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet, not as I will, but as you will." Matthew 26:39.